Good morning, everyone. I'm playing a game. I just started this game with my friend Stephanie. We're gonna do the whole game with no interruptions. We're just gonna play straight through it. We're gonna play as fast as we can as well. It's the first move of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this extra A. Got a good rack of letters here. We got a blank tile. Definitely want to use all my letters as fast as possible. Got the U, which is not really what I wanted. Full length word is not really coming to mind just yet. But this is going to be fun. So we're going to play this game as fast as we can. Neither one of us have ads. As I've said before, I purchased for no ads years ago for $4.99, and they've honored it. I guess I'm grandfathered in, and I'll never have ads again. And she got a similar deal, so which is awesome. We're just waiting on her to play her second move. Right now we have the word goth. We can go do goth and play horizontally with a word. We got some bad words. We got the word shut. Definitely want to use my letters as fast as possible here. Get this game going favorably. But these three, not the greatest group of three vowels, that's for sure. Definitely words that can end in ish is a possibility. And I'm probably practically looking at a word right now, just it's not coming to me. Yeah, this is not the greatest. It's a good rack of letters. It's just I don't know. The U is not the greatest thing. Okay, apologize for that little pause. We're just making sure we're on the same page and on the same game. So zoot was a word, and yeah, we're gonna do goth. Save the. I'm just gonna go ahead and save the S, and just do something simple like this. Maybe do that. Okay, defensive oriented, not opening the board up really any. We got another I, just not great start to this, but you have ing possibilities, but just nothing's really jumping out at me. So I do have one swap plus. I might use just one in this game, especially since the letters are not agreeing with me here in the early part. But let's see what happens here. So we're both just locked in on one game, so this game should go pretty fast. And she already went, so I'm not gonna hit that double word, I don't think, without using my. I do have one swap plus available. Let's go ahead and use it. Just kind of jumpstart this game a little better. Keep the ing possibility. All right, now we can use all our letters. So let's just get this game going. Have a lot of possibilities here. Let's see what we want to do. Goss is a word. Let's just go ahead and open this board up, and we can do retains. Yeah, I can do a lot of things. I'm just trying to go fast here because that's a good defensive play too, because the T will is not a vowel rubbing against that triple letter. So it kind of definitely helps to, I mean, you can put an H there, of course, but there's just so many strong consonants you cannot put there if you want to go down and hit the triple word, or horizontally and hit the triple word. So it really limits the possibilities. You can't use an H, obviously, going horizontally, only down and vertically. So hopefully I got my horizontalies and verticalies correct this morning. And we'll wait for our friend to go here again. We got two V's. Got the word Viva. can get rid of both of those V. I like having a V. V's are really best when you have an E with them. Otherwise, it can be a little difficult. I have the word vivid here. Using the triple letter, hitting the double word. That's 48 points. That's a great play right there. Strong play. This board is very open right now. We got, of course, this. We do have that. We have this. There's a lot of places to go on this board. I kind of like to open it up and just go in attack mode when I play. It can be very aggressive. I did use the swap plus already, but you know, that's, you just sometimes you just got to get it going. I mean, I could have just done a normal swap, just the same, but I'm creating a little content right here, so definitely want to keep things interesting. So I did use the one swap plus, and probably should have told her in advance I might use one. I'm definitely not going to use another one, but I did use one, and it helped. They don't always help, though. Sometimes you can use them, and they don't do anything. So just wait on Stephanie to go again, and I think right now I'm doing the word vivid, unless, I can't go right here because I don't have an E, and it's kind of hard to hit this. So she's blocked me from doing vivid. I don't think tabid is a word. Tabid? No. Okay, so she definitely blocked me, which is good. It's a good play. So we can do Alp for 30. So we use the P both ways. Alp, of course, is in reference to the Alps in Switzerland, yes. And looks like really no alternative definitions. Australian Labour Party, maybe. But that's a good play. Kind of tightening the board up. My letters aren't great right now. I'm not in love with the way this has started. But got a ways to go here. Still plenty of tiles in the bag. And I don't have really any possibility of going and hitting this J with the double word. Even when I do that, I have to be mindful that an S could possibly open things up even further. So, I have to keep that in mind. And so it looks like the word sir here is that's definitely a play that tightens the board even more. Trying to do everything I can not to be some boring defensive game, but it's headed in that direction right now. And so we might need to do a swap because these letters are just not fitting on this board very well. I don't see much at all. Zudi is a word. Okay. I mean, hey, you never know. You gotta try things. I think I've seen that before. In all honesty, it definitely does not, it's not something that I'm just thinking of at the spur of the moment. But, that's where you have the advantage when you're playing Scrabble with your friends. If you had the dictionary out, you can maybe look a couple of words up, but when you're playing Words with Friends on the phone, you have that instantaneous checker whether it's a word or not. So use that to your advantage. Anytime you can improvise and just do a move, it doesn't hurt to look. So looks like she's already gone here, and can we hit this? Can't really do much. That's all we got. So, and that double word is still there for the J. It's gonna be a little harder to hit now. A word like jetted, Jetted, would get you there, but that would open up a triple letter. I'm down to one vowel. I use my one vowel. I have one new one. I've had a lack of ease in this game. You really want ease when you play. It's the best vowel you can get. You always want an E in your rack. Whenever you have an A and an E, try to use the A instead of the E, or if you have an I and an E, try to use the I instead of an E if you're doing like 3-4 letter words and you have the ability to use one or the other. Always have to be mindful of what tiles you're using and which ones you're leaving in your rack. You'd rather have 2 E's than 2 A's or 2 I's. Definitely want to get rid of U's. Definitely want to get rid of Y's. Y's can be nice sometimes. They can be. You know, it helped me in this game already, but by and large, you know, using Ys are just bad, and it makes using all your letters far more difficult. So to use all your letters, you want that nice blend of vowels and consonants. You know, I didn't know which word I was going to use when I saw my opportunity to use all my letters in this game, but I saw the nice blend. I had the blank, like the TERS blank. That's just so lethal. When you have that, you're already fourth. I mean, your fifth letter doesn't even matter. When you have TERS blank, and then whatever other letter, as long as it's a consonant, like you're almost there. You're almost home. Like you're gonna use all your letters. You should, anytime in that situation, you have like TERS blank. Unless your other three letters like I, UYY, like as long as it's something every day, you should be using all your letters every single time in that spot. No exceptions. So we're just waiting on Stephanie to go here. Shouldn't be long. And where am I going to go with my next play? I really don't know. I mean, I'm not crazy about my letters. I mean, I can go here. Can I add an S to this? I don't think so. No, I cannot. Yeah, this board is really tight right now. There's a 7-letter opportunity right here to start a word with S and go down, but it's hard to hit because I mean, you're limited in your options to start the word with only a handful of consonants that go there. You know, I, T, F, S. After that, you're kind of reaching. D goes there. DI is not a word, but ID is a word, so you can do jets, and you really can't go north with that move. We have to go south, so we can do like jets, and like I would really like to use one of these V's, but we can't do SAV is not a word, but SAB is a word, so we have that play. And let's see, right here we have a decent little play right here. I don't think the V is going to go there, but that's not a bad little play. I don't think any letters go above that, so I kind of like that. Hang on one second. Okay, we're back. Just giving my friend just a second there. So I open up a little bit of an opportunity here, and I'm gonna take that R there, Brett. Okay, yeah. Let's just go and use an extra letter. Kind of when your letters are bad and you can just throw an extra letter in, even if it's kind of a good letter. R is a good letter at the end of the day, but we really want an E, and we got an E thankfully, and we got a blank. That extra letter actually got us the blank. But when you can throw an extra letter in a word and it doesn't really hurt you that badly from a defensive standpoint, it kind of acts like a mini swap. So you just want to, like, you know, just throw that extra letter in. It doesn't really add any points. It added 2 pointers, but it's almost like a mini swap. So now we got 4 letters instead of 3. And I got the Y. But, you know, I can play Savvy, S-A-V-V-Y, and just get rid of those V's. You know, and earlier we had Viva, we didn't get to do that. Now, or V-I-V-E. But, you know, I'm not going to use the blank to get rid of these, of course, but I'm going to use all my letters with the blank. I mean, unless, you know, just something else comes along. But anytime I get a blank tile, I'm focused on using all my letters. And the only way I can use all my letters is really to get rid of this V and this Y and leave myself with something, you know. Now we have something to work with. Covets, covers. Those are 6-letter words, but you get the point. Now, right here, I would love to use a swap, in all honesty. I'm not going to use another swap, so... And I don't really want to, in all honesty, I don't really want to use my E, but because I have the blank and I get rid of the Y, I'm going to do it. Ooh, nice. I got 2 E's. That's beautiful. That was lucky, too. So now we have the problem with the excess V. So next move, I really want to get rid of this extra V. I'll even just swap it if I have to, because I want to use all my letters as fast as possible. And the place I want to go is right here. The place is still available, and that's where I have my sights. So start to form a word right here, and we just got to bring it down a little further. I'd really like to get rid of this V and this C. I could just swap them, but I don't really want to do that. But I may consider it, in all honesty, just because we have a huge opportunity to play a big move right here, and it's not been taken up yet. So is this the word? No. I don't really know where I can do with these V's. And I love V's. I really don't even want to get rid of both of them. I'd rather get rid of the C. Let's just do a regular swap. Is that good enough? I mean, the first move that came to mind would incorporate the C, which is cleavage. I don't really want to say that word, but that's the first word that came to my mind just because, we almost have it. We have the word savage. A lot of words end in AGE. Let's go ahead and throw that down there. And can we get a word here? I don't know. I don't think selvage is a word. No. Do we have something here? So we have the word save. Savage is not going to be a word, no. Can't be that easy. Well, if it's not there, is there somewhere else we can go? Alright, so our friend already went, so, let's see first if we even have a big play. And it looks like the answer is yes. Yeah, we do. And we know where it goes. So, I don't think anything, I don't think anything goes on. I don't think I could extend that at all. There's also a small possibility that it's just some enormous word right here. That is possible, of course. So it's not 100% right here. I think it's right here. I'm not going to take a lot of time though, because this is a time-sensitive game. So I'm trying to keep this video nice and short. So for that reason, I may not look for this word, but it's definitely there. I'm pretty sure. And it could even be an easy word. I wouldn't say it's easy. Even if you're seeing it right now, trust me, it's not easy. It's just, you're just seeing it clearly, but trust me, most people will not, because this is going to be a harder one. And we all know our words, right? But man, let me just try one thing. Is there any chance that man, I just feel like we're so close. And it cannot be an RE word, because IR is not acceptable. Well, it's just too bad. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. So I'm gonna get rid of this G, I think. Huh. So we got the C back. I really want to know what that was. So hang on one. That's it, we're back. I'm just gonna see. Alright, I don't care. I'm just gonna see what that was real quick. Is it gonna let me look? It's not gonna let me use hindsight. Yeah, I guess because I was just a little late. Evacuates. It's using the blank. I don't know how I just saw that so fast. It's not on my letters though. Definitely, whatever word that was, I did not find it, and cleavers, cleaves. Is cleaves a word? Okay. Well, we're just in this situation where we can't use all letters again, but it's just a really hard word, and unfortunately, I'm just not seeing it. Now, if I do a move like this, I'm leaving a very strong rack. You have to be mindful of the score of the game. You have to be mindful of what you're doing. All these things matter. Looks like we have the word ace right here. EME is a word. You can even do aces. I'm going to save the S, but that's actually a good move. Alright, we can't use our letters now. That's off the table. Let's see what that one was. Okay, yeah, I wasn't going to find that one. And the other one could have been some crazy word too, just as easily, but, you know, sometimes, yeah, you can use all your letters, but it's just not going to be an easy word to find. So it can be tough. But let's see, we have 36 letters left in this tile bag. This game's going pretty fast. We're at 22 minutes. And just, you know, thinking openly and navigating my way through this game, trying to, you know, if you're trying to get better at this game, I think I can teach some things. It's a hard game, you know. I've struggled in this game, just for instance, and you know, sometimes when I try to make videos, I'll get stuck on one word I'm just trying to find forever and ever, and I'm like, well, I can't put this on the internet. It's just gonna be me looking around forever, and I do some of that. I think you have to, you know, some of these whiz players who play like on TV and stuff, they see words, like crazy words, like instantaneously, and I'm kind of at that level sometimes with some racks of letters, but there are a lot of racks I struggle with, and you know, I'm getting better at seeing ways to use all my letters or do strong plays instantly, but it's, you know, I've been playing Words with Friends specifically for a very long time, and it takes a long time. I've played 10,000 games on, and yeah, I didn't want to use my ES right there, but just kind of had to reset with this letter bag a little bit, or my rack a little bit, because I missed my opportunity using my letters. Trying to keep this video a little bit shorter, and didn't want to do another swap plus. I did one already, and it's probably not fair. I should have communicated that. In fact, I can tell my friend now that I did use one swap plus, and they can feel free to do the same. Okay, so that's a good move by our friend. I did tell her that I did use one swap plus, and feel free to do the same. And she can comment on the video and attest to that. So I probably shouldn't have done it, in all honesty. Kind of regret it now, but we had 24 letters left, and I see the word equal. If it even fits, it does. But am I going to use my blank for 28 points? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save the blank. That's not a good place for a Q right now, anywhere on this board. And you only have just the one vowel, and it's an A. That's a word. It's just not great, but I hate to do another swap, but I'm just kind of thinking maybe I need to do another swap because I just can't seem to get any good letters, and anything I do right now is going to use the one vowel I have. Just like we did before, we use the one extra letter to kind of do a mini swap. I'm going to try and do something like that again if I can find something. That's not a word. Is gata a word? No, that would have been way too convenient. No, I don't think that's a word. No, I think a gate is a word. I think a bait is a word. Nice. All right. Nice. And we got the U. So right there, I used an extra tile, and again, it paid off. I got the U to complement the Q. Almost had the word equaling. I don't know if quailing is a word or not. If there was an E or an N and somewhere on this board I could utilize, that would be beautiful, but no luxury like that on this board. But we're down to 21 letters, and I need one more big play in this game. We have the word quail. I just like, all right, so our friend went, she swapped 3 tiles. I hope she knows what I meant. A swap plus, not a regular swap. So if I'm going to burn my U, I mean, if I'm going to burn my Q in this spot because I just don't feel comfortable, I don't feel like, you know, I'm going to get a big payoff with this Q, then I probably should get rid of the U as well. It's less points, but, you know, I no longer need the U if I'm going to just go ahead and waste this Q. So while I was happy to get the Q, the U with the Q, this board is just not really, at the moment, it could change, but at this particular moment, I'm not in love with it. So I think I'm just going to do that. And actually, I'm going to keep the I because I do have ing. So I'm going to do this letter instead. And I do have ing now. Sometimes you have to abandon these big letters if it's just not going to work out. And we're very close to using all the letters now. This extra I is now annoying me. I'm playing this game where, you know, I'm just trying to get the letters just right while also playing at the same time and not swapping. Can I do anything? So if I had A now, I could do aqua. I mean, that fits. I can't do it, of course. So can I do anything? Eels a word. That's not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. I think Siri, no, that's not a word. NIL is a word. Huh. L goes there, but does anything else go there? That's kind of a... That would be a tricky little play right there if I did that. Kind of like showing that... No, not using the N, that's for sure. I think I just gotta use... Man, this has been a weird little game, but I'm trying to play fast. I'm just gonna do that. Wow. We can use all our letters now. so it worked out, and I'm just going to, okay, and she deserves a rematch because I just told her that I meant a swap plus, not a regular swap, so that wasn't fair of me. Should have communicated that sooner. You know, when you play your normal regular players, you're obviously not communicating whether you're using swap pluses or not. You have no idea who uses swap pluses against you, and they're hard to come by, really. Honestly, you don't really get very many swap plus opportunities if you're not spending money on coins, or if you're not, you know, hoarding coins. But if you use your coins really fast, like day to day, it's hard to use swap pluses in games, and so, you know, I will use one or two in some games. And so she just kind of gave me more options here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the one I found already, because I can get this most powerful letter on the triple letter. So I don't really see where. Let's see if it's still the best move. 85. I have something slightly better. And it's probably going to be just for the sake of time, I'm not going to look for it. But we do have a very strong rack, so you know, there's going to be a lot of words. I mean, I'm thinking of words like which one's my blank? I don't even remember. The D is the blank. So we have like lingers. We have lingers as an easy one, and then I don't know, just whatever. There's a lot of words, trust me. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna even come close to saying them all, even if I'm on my game. But you got that ing with the blank, and the E and the S and the I. This is single, you know, tinglers, minglers, jinglers. I mean, all those words are available, but you're not, and that's the thing. I can name a bunch of words, but it's only useful if I'm incorporating that triple letter off to the right. So it's probably going to be a word like RE, and then like the G is going to hit the triple letter, and you're going to go all the way across. It's probably something like that. Could even be a double letter word. Could be something like that as well. There's just a lot of things it could be. And we have meows. We'll do that. So we're at the end of this game. Kind of ended nicely, but it was a struggle. It was a struggle in there for sure. And, you know, you just always have to be mindful when you play these games. You have to be mindful of everything. Obviously, you have to be defensive. You know, you have to do these little weird things where you do like these little in-game swaps or regular swaps, or right there. I just wasted like 4 points just doing YI because I didn't like the extra I. And so you do things like that, and just try to make, you just try to, I mean, it's like little tiny swaps, but you're not scoring nothing. I mean, the 4-point move, I could have just, it added no like offensive value for my opponent to do the YI, and I knew there were a lot of letters I could get to use on my letters, so you know, it did work out. I want to thank you everyone for watching this video. This was fun. I'll do this again, and thank you, Stephanie, for agreeing to this. And just got 1 or 2 moves here left, but I'm probably just gonna go right here. You know, his OIs, OO are all words, so we're here at the end. So thank you everyone for watching. It's fun, and I will see you on the next video.